Hey, what's up, hustlers? Hustlers Rising podcast is back with episode 38. Today, I've been traveling. It snowed, so we didn't shoot an episode last week, but we're back, baby. And today we have an awesome guest. All right, guys, but before we get to our guest, I wanted to talk about our first sponsor of the podcast. Let's go. It is Valor Italian Restaurant and Grill. They are located at 900 South Tyler Street in downtown Amarillo. So if you're craving some Italian food with a Hispanic twist to it, go check them out. It's the perfect place for a family dinner or a date night. They have great service, great drinks, and great food. So also, if you want to get 10% off, send me a message to my Hustlers Horizon page, and I will shoot you a code to get 10% off your next visit. Thank you, guys, and let's get back to the episode. Mr. Jacob Morin,
Yes,
how you
Jacob
doing,
Moore.
Jacob?
Jacob Moore. I'm doing very well. Even having a better day to meet you and be
Yeah,
in this room. This is a wonderful experience. So
yeah,
thank
man.
you
I
for having
appreciate
me.
you
Thank you
for
for having me.
coming in. I know it's icy out there, but hey, we gotta feed our kids and pay bills, right? So we gotta work.
Amen. I was at work today at a restaurant that I run downtown, and I was also at a job site wrapping up, hanging some doors with a client. And
There you go.
very blessed to be doing both.
Yeah. All right, Jacob. So to start off, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about you. Tell us a little bit about you for the people that don't know you. Who is Jacob?
All right. Hi, guys. First thing I would say is I'm from Amarillo and I like to work. I run a small painting gig with some close friends that have worked with me for years, not just getting started.
Yeah.
I, like I said, I work at the burrito stop downtown.
That place is good, man.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, and I did their signage outside.
Mhm.
So many cars a day pass by that.
Yeah.
I am a father. This is my daughter Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Right,
Yeah.
she's very special.
We wanted to set that
Very special.
painting up because you did that, right?
Yes, this is one of my paintings, and
Yeah.
I like to take that around with me whenever I have a booth or something like that, because I do portraits like this, and this is my favorite,
Yeah.
and that's my
That's
favorite
dope, man.
beautiful spa, Adelaide Rise.
That's dope.
Yes, thank you.
So you do the painting. You do a lot of murals, right, around town.
Yes, I also do portraits. I've survived off portraits, and I've switched my portrait styles a couple times even. Like I said, I like to work hard, and I provide my service to whoever gets a hold of me. I don't really advertise too much, but I'm able to, for example, if a child was not in a picture with the grandmother, I can
Add
digitally
it.
put that together. I can draw it. I've helped many families with this
Yeah.
type of delicate project, and that's just one of the things I do.
Yeah. That's cool. And you said you were from Amarillo. You grew up in Amarillo?
I grew up in Amarillo. I only made it to Amarillo until about the 8th grade. But oh man, it's a crazy story looking back now that I think. I went to middle school in Colorado in Denver,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came back to Amarillo, and then went to high school
Yeah.
in Colorado and Aurora in both towns, and then came back to Amarillo, and then I got sent to Austin for a semester. Man, I think I went to 5 schools
Wow.
in the 9th grade.
You've been around, man.
Dear goodness, it was, yeah, it was a wild ride.
Which
for
one was
that
your
ride.
favorite?
My favorite school, or
Yeah, school.
Let's see,
Or a place to live, really.
Gosh, favorite place to live since I've traveled from Amarillo. It must be Amarillo. I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
some people don't have a choice to leave.
Yeah. yes, that's true.
Yeah, that'd be me, man. No, but yeah, you live in all these places. Like
Let me see.
you
Favorite place to be or to work that I've gone was Red River.
Red River, New Mexico.
I will say that. I was thinking for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I've got to stay at places that I painted there.
Really?
A dream. I could never think that
Yeah.
I would make it up there. I did that 3 times.
Yeah.
And so my favorite place out of all the places was Red River.
Yeah.
Second place is Austin,
Austin.
to live and work.
I just got
to
back
live
from
and work.
Austin.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
that was
I lived and worked in Austin in the daytime and the nighttime.
Wow.
At
Wow.
6 on 6th Street. Sorry,
Really?
I worked on 6th and Congress in the day,
Oh, wow.
and 6th at night at a place called Maggie Mace.
Maggie Mays.
Yeah,
Nice.
that
There's a lot of
difference.
art over there, right?
Oh man,
Like there's, I didn't go to it, but I would look to see things to do and stuff. And
well, I'm thinking of this place on Guadalupe Street
Mm-hmm.
across from UT.
Yep.
Yeah, there's it's a little square
Yeah.
where they
It's
sell
all
people
kinds of
sell their
murals and
art.
stuff. Yeah.
People can sell their crafts and
Have you ever
whatnot.
done that or no?
I've done that here in Amarillo,
In
but
Amarillo?
I've never had the guts in another town
No.
to do that. But I've sold art out of the side of a bag or whatever
Yeah.
in Albuquerque before. I took a trip to Albuquerque and I when I first started selling art and
Mm-hmm.
man, it was a tough town, but it was a very interesting town. But it wasn't for me. I had to come back.
Yeah.
I had to
But
come back.
with your art and stuff, man. So what what got you started? Like, what inspired you to start painting and doing all those murals and stuff? How did all this start?
Oh, it started. I'll be honest. I have an uncle who's in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been in there since I was around 4 years old, and he was send us art back, and I was inspired. It's so beautiful, right in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
These drawings and paintings, and my family would sell them, and so I grew up like immediately seeing the most gorgeous prison art,
Yeah.
and my uncle's Doug Palmer is his name,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's that. Constantly, all these paintings growing up in tubes. I remember the tubes they would come in,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to mimic that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have been somewhat of an artist in my own way. Um, how it started with me wanting to show people
Yeah.
at nighttime when my parents would be at work and I'd be by myself. There'd be drawings on the walls or prints on the walls, pictures on the walls of our houses.
Yeah.
And I would take these pictures off the walls and I would use the glass and I would trace. I would put it on top of a lamp
Mm-hmm.
and trace. There used to be lowrider art magazines, and I would trace little Garfield and whatever I
Little
want.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, I would use the glass and I would act like I did it.
Wow.
That was my way of impressing people,
Impressing
and it
people.
just so happened to be from being amazed by this art and
Yeah.
being alone. I found a way to trace
Mm-hmm.
these drawings, and
You
man,
took off.
and it never ended from there. And but as I became, a young man, my teenager years, later teens, I kind of stopped for
Yeah.
a while and got away from um, talent and from drinking and alcohol and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's another story. But
Yeah.
um, I was always wanted to mimic that prison art that my uncle did, and
He sent you.
gosh,
Yeah.
I looking
But
back
do
and all
you
these
have
flashes in my mind of what
do you
it
have one
was.
like one specific one that you can think of? Man, this was
Well,
my
just right
favorite.
there, I'm thinking of it. Yeah, a little kid inside of a little lowrider wagon
Oh, really?
with a hat, and then he had just came out, drew that out of his imagination. That was
Wow.
the first. That was what I was thinking of. And then another one, he had these three vampire women faces. One was green, one was blue, and one was red,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on a small piece of paper. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's two of them.
That's cool.
And yeah, I have original pieces that are just out of my imagination too,
Really?
And I have things I haven't even done.
That's cool.
You ever do art? You ever do
No,
art?
bro, I've never been good at drawing.
Yeah.
My brother, he passed away when he was 18, but he was really good.
Yeah. What was his name?
Carlos Hernandez. But he was good at drawing, but I could never do anything like that. It's hard. I don't know how y'all do it, man.
Well,
It's a special talent for sure.
gosh, seeing his portrait. So here's another one. My uncle has a portrait that he drew of himself
Mhm.
as a baby with a
Oh, wow.
blanket over his head that
Yeah.
my grandma keeps at her house.
Mhm.
And I literally trained myself how to do portraits.
Yeah.
I don't know. I when I became a young adult,
Yeah.
I was doing art, but then I became 27, 28,
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of other income, so I trained myself to do portraits, my friend.
Yeah.
It was the most funnest journey looking back that I've ever done. I did not know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And after so long goes by, times change.
Mhm.
This right here, they turned into something like this that I didn't just draw this. It's mixed media portrait. But the filters and no one was really caring about drawing. So
Yeah.
I had to switch and then I do these often now. Like
Yeah.
I call them centerpieces.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call. I do centerpiece
Yeah.
size portraits. I guess they're.
I was gonna ask you which one's your favorite like drawing, but you said that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So look at that.
So
little
what
one.
was the process on this? How do you start with something like that?
with the picture?
A picture?
It is a picture.
Okay, it's a picture, and then you kind of just go
if-
over it.
Yeah, if people send me pictures, I have fun with them
Oh,
and work
okay,
with them.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
I had to adapt. You know what
Okay,
I
I
mean?
got you.
So yeah,
I was
like
like, because that
it's a
looks like pretty
it's
real.
yeah, yeah,
I was
no,
like,
awesome.
how'd you draw
Yeah, it
that?
starts with the picture. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like what I do is I edit them. I'll tell y'all like I edit them in a way that I like, and I print them what size I believe to print it in, and see what happens.
Okay,
It's so fun. Have
yeah,
countless pictures.
and you just
So
go from
great.
there.
Yeah,
And then
it's so
that
fun.
Marilyn Monroe one, what's that one?
I was at an apartment downtown, and I look over, and there's this silhouette of Marilyn Monroe made out of wood,
Mm-hmm.
and I just didn't even think twice. I just took my cell phone out and took a picture of it,
Yeah.
and I printed it off on paper, and I did what I do to make stencils. And this is probably about the maybe like 20th time I've had to adjust it and
Mm-hmm.
tape it and
Oh wow.
remake it
Yeah,
and
that's pretty
mess
cool.
with it. And I had to do that every like maybe because I spray painted and then they crack and break,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
this is the one when I saw someone else's work and
Mm.
was inspired to make my version of that
That's cool.
silhouette, and
Yeah.
and that's just one of my stencils.
That looks dope, man.
I make stencils of all kinds of things. If
Really.
it's one of the other things I do.
What are
I can make a stencil of you,
oh really?
like the Maryland.
Like that?
I
That'd
could
be cool.
of your face, bro.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've tried it with people and I've done it, and
Yeah.
yeah,
You have some you can show me later?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Awesome.
Example: Paul Wall came to
Oh really?
town and he had a concert,
At
and
the
this was years
oh
ago,
okay,
and
yeah.
my mom goes, I was talking to my mom before the show, and it was like a car show and an
Mm-hmm.
event. They let me come do some art, and I'd give it away for free. And she said, "Find your target audience."
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that popped in my head is Paul Wall's grill,
Like
just
that,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I made a stencil of that,
That's cool.
and I just got to be on a stage right next to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I had just a bunch of pieces of paper clipped there, and I would give that stencil, and I would hand it down there to people for him to autograph.
Oh, that's
So I
dope.
can't make this up.
That's
You know,
awesome.
it's like out of the came to my life. It's like such a honor,
That's
and just to
awesome,
see
man.
him doing that, and I'm like 20 feet away up on
Mm-hmm.
this. It was at a place called Pink,
Pinks.
but it was
Back in
outside.
the
It was
day. Yeah,
outside.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't inside. It was like where
Yeah.
uh,
They part.
some signs
Yeah, yeah,
could
yeah.
go, and it was like just
That's
that was a
cool, man.
blessing, man.
Yeah. And then in Amarillo, you said you've done a lot of work in this area, right?
In
what
what?
in Amarillo, you've done a lot of work.
Oh dear goodness, yes.
What's one that you think will pop? You know that people maybe have seen it and they don't know you did it.
The building that's called CB Boutique. It's right in the heart
Okay.
of town
Yeah, yeah.
by Gold's Gym.
Mm-hmm. You
That
did.
it has cheetah print face
Okay.
and it has colorful sides in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
You did that.
the entire building almost.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wrapped. I'm very proud of Nicole
That's cool, man.
that owns that, and that's right in the heart of town. And another one, let's see, at Nick's Fight Club,
Next fight.
where it says motivate, encourage, and inspire.
Yeah.
Big old mural.
That was you.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Another one is the Hooters horse. There's a Hooters
Oh,
horse
yeah.
outside of
You
Hooters.
did that one too.
I redesigned it and
Oh, wow.
made it look a little bit more appealing
Yeah.
to, you know, your eyes. You know,
Mhm.
they even let me throw a stencil on there.
Oh, really?
I did it just to do it.
Uh-huh.
After I started it, and I put my stencil on there and just spray painted just to do it,
Yeah.
just because I was like under construction
Mm-hmm.
type thing. And I told him I'll take that away, and he was like, no, leave it, leave
Yeah.
it. So I think I painted the lips orange on that one
Oh, wow.
and just had fun, you know.
That's cool.
So the Hooters horse. Like, come on,
Everybody
a
knows.
horse outside of Hooters with
Yeah.
some art on it. That was a really fun.
Jacob
time.
did it.
That was a fun
Yeah.
time. I was interviewed at Hooters for a news station
Oh, really?
interview. It's called Amarillo. If anybody wants to look that up, it's called Amarillo Art and the number 2.
Art too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a hidden YouTube gem
Is
with only
it?
like 100 views,
Wow.
and I was giving away art to people,
Oh, really?
just giving it away.
Nice.
Like,
What else have you done? I think I saw you on News Channel 10 a while. Is it News Channel? Where did I see you? You've done a couple of interviews, right?
I've been on PBS.
PBS.
That was an honor. I shared that. I was on Hey Amarillo.
Hey Amarillo,
That was
that's
a good
what it
one
was.
with Jason.
Yeah.
Let's see. PBS was a real honor.
Yeah.
And I have a link that I've been on HPPR. And if anybody doesn't know that, a lot of business owners and I know tend to listen to that. So it's the news and classical
Mhm.
music station, jazz station.
Yeah.
You ever listen to 105.7?
I don't, man. If I'm listening to something, it's either podcast
Yeah.
on the way home, on the way to work. That's all I listen to, really.
That's 105.7.
105.7.
Yeah.
Check it out. for
It's
sure.
HPPR.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. And let's go back to you, man. Let's talk a little bit about you. I know from what I've heard, quite a bit of people know you.
Mm, mm.
And then you kind of were telling me your story. You went through some problems back in the day, and then I know you said you got shot. You had to overcome all that stuff. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about
What
it.
was that? What was that, man?
And
Where does it start?
with me, see, I'm 40.
Hmm.
With me, it was the music I was listening to.
Music.
Looking back, I think it was just the, probably a lot of dark um, gangster rap.
Hmm.
Just really kind of just put me in that mode to where I was just drinking and turned to drugs, and then
Yeah.
I just was just dark,
Dark.
kind of.
Yeah.
But I could say it might have been music. I could
Hmm.
say it might have been, influence of drugs and alcohol alone
Yeah.
without even music. I know that I wasn't thinking right.
Yeah.
I know that I know that it was real tough looking back and even thinking about getting shot sometimes.
Yeah, man. It's.
But there's times I can look back and laugh at it.
Mhm.
It's I'm only human when it comes down to it. It was pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
It turned me to who I am, and like I said,
Exactly.
but a lot of the times I'm looking back with a smile.
Yeah.
So don't get too dark. It started off by me doing drugs and alcohol. I'll talk about it. I started doing meth in the seventh grade.
Damn, man.
Yeah, and this was
Crazy.
I won't name names. This is a nice school,
Yeah.
and I'm an all-star soccer star, and I
Really?
started a new school and new friends, and then I was doing meth in the seventh grade,
That's wild. How does that happen?
just like I just said, just a
Music,
new
but
school,
where's a seventh grade kid get something like that?
family.
Family.
I had family members that was selling to me. Different friend, just they already knew those
Yeah.
little ones. Back then they knew where to get it. But I had a family member. He's no longer with us.
Yeah. Wow.
Giving me the stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, around seventh grade we
Seventh grade.
started doing that. And heavy drinking, bottles. You know, I I I I started skipping school.
Hmm.
Started running. I was bouncing back and forth between parents since I was a baby.
Yeah.
Never really had a too structured of a home,
Hmm.
and then finally my parents gave me to my grandparents, and I was running away, and they put me in foster care, my friend.
Yeah.
And like my grandpa would take me to school,
Uh-huh.
and I'd be awake on meth because I had nowhere else to go. I'd stay outside the front of the house in the yard,
Dang.
you know. So it started with just me not thinking right, all these bad things. I was a alcoholic, drug addict as a child, and
Hmm.
not no discipline. It started with no discipline. It
Yeah.
started with no. Um,
Structure.
I had every opportunity to listen to just one person,
Yeah.
so it was just myself.
Yourself.
I was being. It started with me being just not in tune with rules,
Yeah, with rules and
and
being rebellious. Really,
anything
you want to
about
be
it.
a
I was
rebel.
such a
Yeah.
bad kid, my friend. I was,
Yeah.
I was so, but I'm getting to where I'll get a little farther, but
Yeah.
it all started with just bad decisions
Bad
in me, and
decisions.
then so I end up in foster care.
Okay.
So my grandparents didn't know what to do.
Hmm.
So I go to foster care and I excel in foster care. They put me in a TYC unit
Hmm.
in New Waverly, Texas, in Conroe, Texas,
Yeah.
and I represented Amarillo and got the top scores on all the GED
Oh,
tests
wow. Yeah.
and all the. It was the tax test.
Hmm.
I was on a charter group to take that first test, and I got the top scores, and they took me to Cracker Barrel.
Nice.
I got out of foster care and TYC unit, a 17-year-old kid, back to Amarillo.
Yeah.
I'm making $28 an hour as a 17-year-old kid 23 years ago,
Yeah.
making like so much. And then I'd pick the one person again,
Man.
new crew,
Yeah.
new guys. Pick the one guy I started drinking with, doing
Yeah.
drugs again. It took me a month or two to be stealing rolls of quarters and cup change, and
Hmm.
just I was surviving off of cracking an egg in my mouth once a day,
Wow, man, that's
and
crazy.
beer
Yeah.
and drugs. And then I was a 17-year-old kid. I got shot. he pistol whipped me, and the gun went off.
Yeah.
And then he was yelling at me for a while, and I didn't say anything. And I don't really think too far back, but now that I'm talking, I will. Like, I had been up for 4 days
Mm-hmm.
on meth, and then he was he had cornered me
Yeah.
on the side of a house because I got shot because I robbed somebody face to face. I went to their house and robbed them,
Wow.
and
And all this is
and
happening in Amarillo.
yeah, Emerald, Texas,
Okay.
17-year-old
Wow.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
I went to his house and robbed him face to face, and I had been up for 4 days. And
Yeah.
this is the same circle of dudes that we ain't far away. You know, they
Yeah.
know where I am. So I was didn't know what to do that, and I didn't have any money. I
Mm-hmm.
just robbed him face to face, and then he had told his friend, and his friend came and hunted me down, and he shot me.
Wow.
He pistol whipped me, and the gun went off, and um, I just remember. I remember floating away. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, man. Let's.
So it happened.
If you're good with talking about
no, yeah.
whatever, yeah, yeah.
So he's yelling at me, and I'm not talking back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just pauses,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, what do I do? And next thing I know, he uh, he pistol whipped me in the neck, and the bullet went in underneath my ear.
Oh, wow, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
went in underneath my ear, and it came out the back of my head. Watch it.
Oh man, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Wow.
Yes. And I didn't know it happened for about 3 seconds. And then I looked down and saw all the blood, and I knew it happened.
Yeah.
And then, so my friend tries to pick me up off the ground, and he's so weak he can't even pick me up.
Yeah.
So he's kind of dragging me to the porch, and I kind of catch myself, and I lay on the porch, and I realize I'm shot. My friends are yelling, everybody's yelling, and I remember saying, "Hey, it's okay. I had a good life. I wasn't necessarily evil. I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it. This is my experience when this what happened. I said I had a good life. I don't be upset. Don't be sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not evil. I'm not. So I had nothing but a peaceful feeling coming over me.
Really?
I was in my darkest spot, man. Like nothing, no job, no hope,
Yeah.
I did it to myself
Mm-hmm.
on drugs and alcohol, and I had just about to die, and I still had this overwhelming feeling of I'm not evil.
No.
I'm not here to hurt anybody,
Yeah.
and I know that, and it was very peaceful. And then I float out of my body. Right, was the
No
same,
way.
and I smoke a cigarette. Like everybody's talking, my friends holding my
Your
neck with
neck.
a towel, and I'm smoking a cigarette,
What,
and
you were smoking while?
yeah, I was waiting for the ambulance, and then I'm
Dang.
just laying there on the ground, on the porch with my
Mm-hmm.
legs hanging off, and I float away, and it's like, how you see out of your eyes. So like I couldn't control it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a body we can control. Like imagine being able to see,
Yeah.
but you just leave and
Yeah.
you're kind of just floating away. I made it like about 20 feet up in the air, and
Uh-huh.
I go back to the ambulance, and I start screaming the word grandpa,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that he was there. Like I guess I had seen him when I floated back down, and then,
Oh,
yeah, they
okay.
let him come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
So
how
he
I
just
got.
showed up after all that
Yeah.
happened.
So
Yeah.
so I had been up for 4 days when I got shot,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was like the third or fourth set, fifth set of being, I don't even remember, just days and days awake on drugs and
Wow,
alcohol.
man.
And I kind of kindly listen when people talk about their war wounds and stuff, and then I say that one, I was like, man, that was
Yeah.
a mental spiral while I'm watching, and I'm creating this, and to just live through it. And I remember getting shot, and I go to the hospital, and they cut my clothes off,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm awake through all this now, and they're like, "What all you want?" I tell them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dude taking pictures of me from the
For
police.
the time,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
been following us. He's
Yeah.
already there, and they say, "Okay, it's time to do this and this," and I won't go into too much details, but I went under, and I woke up to my mother there. She
Yeah.
came from Denver that night, and she was there like that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I changed my life. That changed my
Yeah.
life. So now there's that,
Uh-huh.
and then the future.
Yeah. What
From
happened
that,
after that, man? Like,
after
then
that,
you came back.
yes, I started to listen to different music. I started changing the clothes I wore.
Mm-hmm.
I started looking at around me, appreciating what was around me, and especially nature. I'd take walks. I didn't wear shoes during warm days
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ate better. I wanted to find purpose. I
Yeah.
wanted to. to live. You know, I had
Mhm.
hope again.
Yeah.
I had a reality check and
Yeah.
an
So
attitude check.
I'm sure,
I
man,
had
you get
a
shot. You're like, hey,
life check.
yeah.
You know,
How long did it take you to recover from that?
I was only in the hospital for 1 day,
Oh wow.
if that. No, like hours. I got shot about 9, 10 at night, and I was at home. That
What?
before noon, I think they just sewed me up and kicked me out the door,
Hmm.
type thing, and go along your way, showed me what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I,
So you feel like that
yeah, I was.
helped you hit that switch to where you started thinking better,
That was
making
the
better
switch.
decisions, things like that.
That
Yeah.
was the
And you were
switch.
17.
17.
Yeah. So let's fast forward now. Like,
Man,
do you feel like you get a lot of motivation? I mean, obviously you do a lot of motivation for what you do now. Your murals. Is there any specific mural you've done, kind of to help you, not help you think of that, but help you? How do you say that? Like overcome that. You know what I'm saying? That that helps you kind of reflect on that. You know, something that's real personal to you.
well, I guess it's the hope of getting this work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a race with myself.
Yeah.
I'm in a race with the clock.
Yeah.
It's everything that I do.
Yeah.
I put it so much purpose and so much care,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. Some of them fall through the cracks, but that's fate, you
Yeah.
know. But I am hunting down my purpose, and I'm available to do what I can do for whoever gets a hold of me, and it works out.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just one. It's not just one specific. It's the idea of getting the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So that
How do you go? Let's talk about that. How do you go about your business, about
okay.
getting murals? How does that work? How does someone they just contact you, and then how does that process work of
When it,
coming up with what they want and stuff?
yeah, it's I have clients that they know they want something that,
Yeah.
but about 80% of the time they do.
Yeah.
They show me a picture with or an idea.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I do signs too. Like I'm a sign painter.
Okay.
So
For like businesses and
yeah,
stuff.
I'm a
Yeah. Yeah.
sign painter. A
Yeah.
lot of it's logos, signs. You know,
Cool. Cool.
I build a graphic and I take a picture of the where it's going,
Mm-hmm.
and I work with a graphic artist, and we put the picture on there, and then I use my equipment and tools and experience to
Yeah.
get a graphic onto a wall. Sometimes I get to have fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. I'm ready for another one. I need another big one. You
Yeah.
know, it hasn't. It's been a while.
Has it been kind of slow for you right now?
Well, extremely because I paint houses and
Yeah.
I don't really advertise the murals too much.
Yeah. I feel like if you did a little bit of advertising,
Hmm.
you get out there, bro.
Yeah, I would love to. There's so many signs that I've got
Yeah.
in my past from just surviving, from
Yeah.
knocking on the place.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can I help you with your sign? Uh, that does help me whenever I have the time to go knock on a door or walk through a door. And so
Yeah.
if I see something that somebody could use some help, I'm always trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How does it feel whenever you're like driving by and you see a mural that you've done? Does it give you that feeling to where?
it
How does it
honestly
feel?
does. Yeah, it feels like a coming home. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I love being around Amarillo and looking over and here and there. I have one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is several probably that you drive by you don't know that I've done.
Exactly. That's what I was asking you.
But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm looking for another one. Oh, well, my most recent is gonna be at a place that I had already got two of them covered up,
Mm-hmm.
and he had let me do two stallions facing each other, right?
Yeah.
Real amazing. But he ended up changing his idea of his theme for his murals,
Mm-hmm.
so he covered them up.
Yeah.
But there's one little spot that I noticed hasn't been covered yet, and
Yeah.
I get to do that.
Oh wow.
And so it's coming out of my imagination.
Yeah.
And so that one's important to me. It's going to be on 34th and Western.
34th and West.
You know where
Okay.
all them colorful murals are at that dance studio?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
See, I had
The dance studio.
two horses facing each other, and now there's
So you
Southwestern.
did one there too? Two horses?
Two of them, yeah,
Okay.
they've been covered.
Oh, they already been covered. Okay,
Yeah,
got you,
yeah.
got you.
So, but there's another spot that's closest to Western
Mm-hmm.
Street
Mm-hmm.
that it's about half the size, and I get to do something there that I've already showed him what to do. And
Yeah. Did you have any involvement with the? Is it the voodoo or hoodoo?
it's
What's
called the Hoodoo
hoodoo
Music.
festival?
See, no, I don't have any involvement in them. I might message them, say hello here in the past, but I don't go through I haven't gone through the application process
Okay.
because there's so many other guys that are better at that than me.
Oh really?
So something inside me says stay away from that, you
Yeah.
know, because I can get it on another one, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's my thought on that hoodoo festival.
How do you feel about them? Have you seen them?
Dear goodness, yeah, more than better. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I said
I was
I
wondering.
don't even apply
Yeah.
to go because I'd like to see all the different ones around that they can bring in that
Hmm.
I can do other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Awesome, man.
that's okay. The more the merrier with their
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's talk a little bit more. What does Jacob like to do for fun, man? What do you do for fun
oh, I
whenever you're
like to
not
work. I
painting?
like
And
to work.
yeah, you know, it's funny. Everyone that we have in here, that's all they say. I like to work because it's usually like entrepreneurs, you know, business owners. That's their first answer. But there has to be something else. Right? Do you like to go fishing? Do you like to? Come on, something fun, bro.
Okay,
Because
fun.
working's fun because you love what you're doing, right? But
Yeah.
what else?
What do I like to do for fun? Well, the most fun thing that I have in my life is playing with my little one, tiny Adelaide.
Okay, so you have a
Playing with
daughter with
Adelaide.
her, yeah.
Yeah, playing with my little one.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she has next.
Yeah.
She has the funnest times with me. So
How old is she?
spending time with Adelaide is my funnest things where I don't forget to remember numbers. I don't. She's 9.
She's 9. Okay.
I don't think of numbers. I
Yeah.
don't think of work. The word work doesn't pop in my mind when I'm with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing. And then after spending time with Adelaide, when I get to have fun, I like to find a way to give away art.
Art. Okay. You were talking about that. You have little.
I
You have
fi-
art in your truck.
I'll make a post who would like a portrait.
Okay.
Like I'm still deciding on a list of pictures that I've done on my Facebook, and now that it's snowing, I got a little time tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah.
Probably like if anybody follows me that sees this, be on the lookout for that portrait I said I would draw. So that it's fun to me.
You're gonna give away a portrait.
Yeah, I've had a list on my
Oh,
Facebook.
okay.
People have commented. I
What
haven't
is it? What
decided
is
yet.
it though?
I don't
Or
know.
you don't know yet? Okay. Got you.
I'll probably get in the truck and make it
I
a
got you.
point. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
because it's fun and it snowed and I got some time.
Yeah.
So I love to do art. The second thing I like to do is enjoy my TV and some shows. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching '90s movies lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
cool.
what kind of do you watch movies,
Bro,
podcast shows?
I'm weird, bro. Like I can't just sit there and watch a movie. I fall asleep.
No.
I
See, I
have
do
to
that
be
often.
watching, like I said, podcast or man. I'm just busy. I like to.
Every movie I go to take Adelaide and her
Yeah,
family,
you fall
then I
asleep.
fall asleep.
Me too.
Every last one. But at the house, I'm the one. Let's watch. You know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
I get so excited. So I like to watch movies probably
Yeah.
just for fun. And I've been watching '90s movies lately. It's been real fun to look back on. Like I watched Lionheart last night with Jean Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
That's a killer movie, and it was just a good time.
Yeah.
I have a friend. His name is Randy. He's known me since I was born. He's my dad's friend.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't have dinner with me, he'll go to his mom's or Tomcat around. But we hang out a lot.
Yeah.
I do a lot of cooking for us.
You like to cook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always at home cooking.
What's your favorite dish that you like to cook up?
Well, let me see. Favorite dish to cook up. A steak and 2 or 3 sides.
Steak,
Not
yeah.
just one side.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you put on your steak? I feel like everybody makes it so much different. Like on mine, I like to marinate
Mm.
it for like a day or two. Or there's people that just like salt and pepper.
With me, it has to sit out on the counter for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I put a plate, all right,
Uh-huh.
and I put seasonings on this plate
Uh-huh.
with a little bit of olive oil,
Olive oil.
and in the skillet,
Uh-huh.
butter's getting hot.
Oh, I got
So
you.
get that steak with the seasonings on one side
Uh-huh.
with the olive oil, and then while that butter's getting hot in the skillet, then I put that steak right there with all them seasonings,
Mm-hmm.
and then super hot on both sides. Just
Yeah.
salt and pepper, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Just salt and pepper. I do that often.
I think I'm too extra.
But I got all kinds of little
Yeah.
sides too. Little steak things,
Yeah.
steak sprinkles, and
All
what
kinds
is
of stuff.
any condiment that has like garlic, herbs and
Yeah.
all
Rosemary.
bagels. I'll put all bagel on a steak. I don't care. I've done that before. I got Lowry's and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool, man. What
But-
kind of music do you listen to now?
me. What do I
Yeah.
listen to? Listen to a lot of. Let's see. I've been listening to a lot of. I like Tame Impala a lot.
Yeah.
I like that band a lot. I listen to Crystal Castles lately. You ever heard of either of those?
No, bro, I haven't.
And Crystal Castles and
Crystal
Tame
Cas-
Impala, they're
yeah.
awesome. Let's see what I
You like?
listen
Do you
to
listen to
lately.
podcasts?
Um, when I was in Red River, I was listening to podcasts about presidents. I think it was what was it? Abraham Lincoln. What was it? Someone had robbed. I think it was Abraham Lincoln's grave, or they thought
Oh,
that they
really?
robbed his grave. Listen to
So that kind of
that was the
podcast.
last one. I
Yeah,
don't. It was a like a series,
yeah.
and it was pretty interesting. Um, that was the last one I listened to.
Yeah.
But I listen to a lot of the same things. It feels what like mood I'm getting into, what mode I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Like listening to a lot of '90s rock
Yeah.
too. I love Bush.
Bush.
Bush is Bush songs.
Mm-hmm.
Old Bush songs are
Yeah.
awesome. Um, a lot of the times at work, the guys like to listen to their own music.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of what the guys listen to.
Yeah.
So it's cool to go to work and not know what I'm gonna listen to too, because
Yeah.
one of the guys was listening to it, and sometimes I gotta shut it down. It's like, man, it's my turn.
Yeah.
But you'll catch me listening to like you gotta check out Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles. I'll try it
Oh
out.
man, you
Yeah.
gotta check out Tame Impala.
Okay.
Um,
Cool. Cool.
they have some records that a lot of people probably heard, but man, I'll
Mhm.
put it on. Oh, I've been listening to Screwed and Chop music lately.
Screwed and chop
The
music.
most random stuff. Like they'll have one you never know who puts out. A Screwed and Chop version of what y'all are
Whatever
listening
song.
to
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
That's cool, man.
I've been listening to that lately. But I just same old stations on Pandora.
Yeah.
I don't listen to too much. Like I hunt down what's new,
Yeah.
or
What
what do
about,
you listen to?
bro? I go back to podcasts. If I
Oh yeah,
work out, like,
researching podcasts and
yeah,
just little
yeah,
things, whatever's on your mind that day.
different kinds of podcasts. Man, I just like to keep learning. Like when I work out, same. I look up a podcast that I'm thinking about and things like that, and that's what just motivates me, bro. Like I can't. I listen to music every once in a while, but I'm not gonna pick up listening to like every day or while I'm driving and stuff. I
Ha-
like to be listening while, like, I like to hear people talk about important stuff or fun stuff.
So you learn from podcasts.
Exactly, bro. That's my learning. That's
That's
where I
awesome.
learn my stuff. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And then Jacob, so on your stuff, you paint houses too. Right now, where can people like find your stuff? Where can they reach out to you? Facebook, Instagram. Where else are you located?
Well, I'm one of the ones that only have a Facebook and an Instagram.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah.
That's all
That's all
I've
you
ever
need.
had. Yeah, that's all I personally need.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
You know. So anybody can look up Jacob Aaron Moore
On
and find me,
Facebook.
and it says
you have
that
your
artist
card?
dude. Yeah, that's my card right there.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, if you show if maybe.
Jacob.
Oh, go ahead.
I can't pick it up.
Yeah.
Here's his number. Oh, that one.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You do it.
This one here,
Oh,
bro.
now you do this one.
There you go. James
Yeah,
can get them.
there you go. That's
That's
cool, man.
cool.
So if they need some murals or anything, just give you a shout and you'll set them up, right? Oh,
Yeah, like my number is a pretty catchy number.
Yeah.
Oh no.
you're good.
My number is a pretty catchy number. I'll put this down.
Yeah. I would lean against the wall out there. Don't fall.
Don't fall, sweetheart. My number's pretty catchy though, man. It's the same forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
It's 806-223-5322.
That's true. That is catchy. No, that's cool, man. What about what's next for you? Any upcoming projects you got going? You have that one that you said on Western. Is there anything else that you got coming up?
Yeah.
I know you're looking right. We're let's get you a mural.
Yeah, when I leave this office, I'm gonna go look at a house
Okay.
by Emerald College area.
Okay.
I've already been there once.
Yeah.
And he gave me the phone call that they will have me work there.
Oh, really? So you got the job?
I did get the job. I'm going to
Nice.
hustle, bro.
Let's go.
I'm going to look at it. I'm starting tomorrow.
And that's painting the house. It's not a mural or anything, right?
What I'm doing is going to finish up the baseboard. They install baseboards around, like trim work.
Yeah.
Call it trim work.
Yeah.
I'm a finish painter.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go finish it up.
There you go,
Make
baby.
it look crispy and nice.
And then murals, you're looking to get a good one, right?
Yeah, I need a mural.
Yeah,
I love logos.
logos.
That is a wonderful logo you have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I could
Can we
really
do
have
something
some
like
fun
on the
with that.
wall right here?
We could do anything
On
like we
sheetrock?
can make it two. We can wrap it around two
Yeah,
walls. You know, don't have to just have one something one of a kind.
I thought about
You know,
that.
top to bottom,
Yeah,
left to right. We can make it
that's
something
cool.
right here that wraps around this
Yeah,
four walls. Like that's the what I want to do is something someone that will let me have creative um, liberty
yeah,
because I could put that really nice
yeah,
pinstripes, you know, cause and just have some fun with
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
different logos.
Something to give you that flexibility to do
Yeah,
whatever. So that's good, man. So hopefully, thank you for coming. I know we've been talking for a little while, and
yeah.
finally made it happen. You have a crazy story, bro, and I feel like that now. I mean, you love what you do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your shirt. We didn't talk about your shirt.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite designs on a shirt.
Yeah,
Uh, it's called a P cross.
yeah.
I just
Cross.
happened to have this on today.
Yeah.
I, ever since I got all the shirts, I haven't worn
Yeah.
one except for the day I took a selfie in one. But today I had put it on, you know, and you got a hold of me,
Yeah.
so it means
That's
a
cool.
lot. It's like it's a God thing to
Uh,
me, you know.
Hey, that's meant to be,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I didn't want to put one on. I have many shirts,
Yeah.
you know,
That's cool.
but today was the day.
Nice,
I'll
nice.
show this one more time.
One more time, one more time.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a big believer. I'm a big believer in God and angels, and I
Hmm.
say, Father, Holy Spirit, Jesus, help me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do say that often, and I mean it.
yeah,
I've met Jesus in a dream.
yeah. And
I have, and I bet you have a story like that. I'm sure.
I don't, man. No, nothing like that. But oh, we were gonna talk about your house, bro. It's haunted.
Oh no,
Let's talk about that real quick.
no, I have a haunted record player.
A haunted record player.
I think,
So what happened there?
I think, I have this haunted record player that you have to wind up.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot a key to a property. I
Mm-hmm.
had a friend with me
Mm-hmm.
because we were gonna go clean it, and I pulled up to my garage, hit the garage door opener, and I go to get that key, and the record player was spinning.
It's spinning.
Yeah, and we had been in that garage in and out all day,
Yeah.
and if I be damned, that thing wasn't spinning.
Are
You
you
know,
trying to record it?
looking back, I'm trying to find a way to say it to think it was my fault
Yeah.
or I touched it or something, but no, like the thing was spinning. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
and I'm like trying to figure that out.
Are
Kind of
you trying
seems
to
crazy to
record or
me, you
what?
know. No, no, I
No.
didn't want to record. I'm like, no one would. The first thing that says the thing's only spinning,
Uh
that doesn't mean no one knows other than it's spinning. You know,
huh.
I would have had to get a because I make video after video. I'm like,
Yeah.
you'd have to get me walking in the shot
Yeah.
to see it spin.
Yeah.
But I whistled at my friend. I whistled, and he
Mhm.
came out. I was like, just look,
Yeah.
it's spinning.
Yeah. That's
That
crazy.
was a couple nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, that was just a couple
Put
nights ago.
a put
So
a GoPro camera on there.
yeah,
See what happens.
yeah.
And then let me know what happens.
All right.
I'm not gonna go over there, but just let me know.
Yeah,
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time. It was a great interview.
yeah,
It was a great interview.
yeah. It was.
And thank you for letting us learn about you, your story, and what you're doing now. Hopefully, you get a big old mural, that we can check out next time.
It'd be nice, man.
Yeah.
Turquoise, oranges.
There you go.
You know, something,
Yeah.
something fun, something big.
All right, man. Well, Hustlers Horizon, thank y'all. Episode 38. Just remember, you can find these episodes on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and we'll see y'all next time.